When people think of Spider-Man's most famous adversaries, Venom and Carnage are almost always near the top of the list. Both are terrifying, both are Spider-Man's darkest reflections, and both arise from an alien race known as the symbiotes. But while Venom and Carnage might look similar at first glance, they're both intimidating. Ooze-covered monsters, the differences between their powers are crucial to what makes each one so unique. Let's go back a bit. Venom was the first symbiote introduced in Spider-Man's world. The original black suit then bonded to Eddie Brock. Venom's major abilities come from his partnership with Spider-Man himself. The symbiote copied Peter Parker's powers, including wall-crawling and super strength, boosted them to higher levels, and imparted some new tricks like its ability to create webbing out of thin air, camouflage itself, and even shield its host from Spider-Man's. When Eddie Brock became Venom, those powers remained, and Venom quickly became one of Spider-Man's most physically powerful foes. Enter Carnage. Carnage was born when the Venom symbiote, then imprisoned, produced a new offspring. This new symbiote bonded with Cletus Kasady, a dangerously unstable serial killer, and that bond, as it turns out, made all the difference. The Carnage symbiote merged with Kasady's blood itself, integrating with his very biology in a way that Venom's symbiote never did with Eddie Brock. That deeper integration would make Carnage both more powerful and far more unpredictable than Venom could ever be. So, let's break down their powers. Venom is formidable. His super strength lets him go toe-to-toe with Spider-Man, and sometimes even outmuscle him. Venom is durable, able to take everything from punches to bullets, and resilient, regenerating from injuries that would kill an ordinary human. His camouflage abilities mean he can blend in almost anywhere. He even produces organic webbing, independent of Spider-Man's web. And one of his most surprising advantages, Venom's symbiotic relationship means he is invisible to Spider-Man's, making him extremely hard to detect. But Carnage amplifies almost every one of those. While Venom is a classic bruiser, Carnage is faster, stronger, and arguably even harder to kill. Because the Carnage symbiote bonded with Kasady at the cellular level, Cletus essentially became Carnage even without the suit. Remnants of the symbiote linger in his bloodstream, making him hard to truly separate from his other half. Carnage's shape-shifting abilities are also superior. Whereas Venom can create basic weapons, think hammers, Spike's Carnage takes this to another level. He can form his tendrils into axes, spears, and even intricate projectile weapons, launching pieces of himself as deadly projectiles before they reform back into his body. In the comics, Carnage's tendrils often move independently, attacking from unexpected angles, or anchoring to walls and ceilings to surprise an opponent. There's also a difference in their immunity and weaknesses. Venom and Carnage both share the classic symbiote vulnerabilities to intense heat and sonic attacks. However, Carnage's greater cellular integration makes him slightly more resistant to sonic attacks than Venom, something that has come up in battles where both have been hit by sonic blasters, only for Carnage to recover faster. On the topic of hosts, Venom is a partnership. The symbiote and Eddie Brock interact, argue, and sometimes even disagree. In contrast, Carnage and Kasady are a perfect match. Both are defined by chaos and violence, and the symbiote seems to amplify Kasady's madness, while Kasady, in turn, brings out Carnage's most destructive tendencies. As a result, Carnage acts more unpredictably, reshaping his body slipping through cracks, or even detaching parts of his symbiote for special attacks risks Venom rarely takes. Finally, Carnage's power level has grown over time, thanks to bonding with other characters or receiving upgrades. Hello, Cosmic Carnage. Carnage has shown the capacity to infect others, merge with technology, or even become nearly immortal, while Venom is powerful. His abilities tend to plateau within a certain range. Carnage is constantly seeking ways to push beyond. In summary, while Venom and Carnage both sprung from the same alien lineage, their powers aren't merely copies. Venom is more about brute force and stealth. Carnage is about chaos, speed, and unpredictability, thanks to a deeper cellular bond and a more violent host. That's what makes encounters with Carnage always different and always more dangerous. So next time you see a red, razor-toothed symbiote on the page or screen. You'll know. With Carnage, it's not just more of the same. It's something nastier, deadlier, and far, far harder to stop.